Drew Tuzon, and I am The World Without Us. What's it like to work with Sonar House Studios? Man, Chris gives all the shits. I can sum it up with that.
My name is Chris Flores, and I own Sonar House Studios. I started Sonar House Studios because I wanted to create something where the artist wasn't just a dollar sign, something less transactional, something more personal. I wanted to create something where the artist could actually thrive.
What really stood out to me from day one about Chris was the personal experience that he brings to the table. When I was younger and playing music full-time, the labels that we were signed with were typically smaller labels, and budgets were usually pretty tight if they existed at all. And so we never really had the space to just create what we wanted and needed to create.
So as a musician myself, I can count on one hand the number of times a studio or an engineer actually prioritized my art. And when that actually happened, I was actually able to make the best music.
Throughout the process of writing this record, I've been able to develop some skill sets that I am super proud of. And when I started thinking through how I wanted to release this project into the wild, I realized quickly that I wanted it to be the best, most high-quality project that I've ever done in my life. And I also quickly realized the weakest link in my chain, which was the mixing and mastering process. I knew that if I did it myself, I knew that it would not have the same effect as a pro like Chris tackling the mix.
What makes Sonar House Studios unique is our ability to take the normal mixing and mastering process and turn it into an experience, no matter where you live. We spend a lot of time and energy understanding the artist's process. What was their inspiration? What was the writing process like? What was the recording process like? From there, we begin a collaborative mixing and mastering process. We're honest and upfront about the areas of concern, and we follow the artist's lead when it comes to creative input.
Being a full-time parent and fiance and having a full-time career, I don't have the luxury of writing and collaborating with other musicians. That's one thing that Chris really brought to the table for me, was his willingness and like how stoked he was to collaborate.
I like working with artists that have a vision for their project, but are open to collaboration during the mixing and mastering process. Drew from The World Without Us is a perfect example of this type of artist. He came to me with a body of work already written, but he wanted someone to collaborate and provide creative input. The end result has been a really fun partnership, a really great experience, and an outstanding body of work.
I love this dynamic that we've built, and it almost feels like Chris is a member of this project. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska, and he's in Austin, Texas, and it's a really incredible experience to have that kind of collaboration.
All the mixing and mastering is done here in my home studio using some of the best gear money can buy. And because I don't have a commercial space and I don't have that overhead, I can actually keep my pricing pretty competitive.
Whether you're a singer-songwriter or you're in a band or a musician of any kind, if you're in need of anything mixing and mastering related, I could not give a higher recommendation for Chris at Sonar House Studios. He gets it. He's amazing. His attention to detail is through the roof. His give-a-shit factor is on a level I've never experienced, and I can't wait for my next project with Chris.